So first, before we go to that, I'd like to clear a few issues because sometimes if matters are left, then they won't be understood. So you have a situation where Governor Siminala Ifubara had consistently said, "I'm suing for peace," and the FCT minister, in fact, if you recall and if you play back even tapes on your station, you would hear several times when he said, "My Oga," which shows that he did, in fact, at the beginning, I know that Rivers people were kind of upset with Fubara and saying, "What is this? Why is this governor not doing his governance?" Well, every commissioner was chosen by Nyesom Wike. His chief of staff was chosen by Nyesom Wike. All of the things around him were chosen. He didn't fight it. And it's important when we make the commentary to recall that this gentleman had stayed and said, "We're part of the same political family." And he said that even up till last week. And I didn't want confusion. I'll put that aside. However, if you are governor, you must govern. That's how to be a governor. You must govern. You must leave a legacy. You don't want to be elected governor and finish after 4 years and you cannot show that you have governed. And I agree completely that the prebendalism in our democracy or in the way we behave might have affected certain things. But we must allow people do the jobs we elect them to do. How is this crisis affecting Rivers people? Right now, there's an economic summit going on in Rivers State. And yesterday, at the opening, I was very pleased. Why was I pleased? First, because people were just allowed to go online and register. It didn't have the coloration of politics. You didn't have to belong to party X, Y, or Z. You just went online, you registered, you attended the summit at the Obiwali Conference Center. That, for me, said a lot. The hall was full. Rivers people doing business and people who are not Rivers people doing business in Port Harcourt were in that hall. And the governor's conversations around the ease of doing business and the kinds of investments that will be coming to Rivers State were very, very significant for me as a Rivers person. Honestly, that is the crux of the matter. Now, I've spoken in different places and I've said this entire thing for me is a storm in a teacup. Because the percentage of the people involved in it are so infinitesimal that it should not affect our lives. There are 5.6 million Rivers people who have to do business and earn a living. And their lives really cannot be put on hold because of the wherefores and whereofs of a tiny minority. Certainly not. I don't think it should be. I like the fact that projects are going on. I like the fact that the summit is going on and Rivers people are having a conversation regardless of political inclination. That yesterday in that hall, that gave me a lot of comfort. And I think that that is what is important to me as the Rivers person. Can this governor do his job? Deliver on projects. Make sure the environment is good for me as a private person doing business to do my job. To be able to have my children come to school and go from school in peace. Those are the things that matter to me as a business person who runs a school in Port Harcourt. As the woman that owns a farm, that's what's important to me. Can I get my farm produce into the farm? Do I have electricity? Do I have roads to take it out? That's what matters to me. The fact of somebody's discomfort because another person is doing his job, honestly, becomes an irritation at some point. In the beginning, you bet it and say, okay, people settle now, people settle now. At some point, if you're a citizen living here, you're irritated. What is all of this about? Nobody can play God in the life of another person. And whilst everyone may not have a political godfather, I don't have a political godfather, clear. Point of correction. I was a journalist doing my job and I got appointed. I didn't go to beg for it, nor did I have a godfather open a door for me. But the fact remains that if any of us gets to office by virtue of anybody else, the thing is that got to office by virtue of the former First Lady and former Governor Didi. Do they become God in his life because of that? No. Should he so show them some gratitude? Yes. Should that gratitude become servitude? Definitely not. That's really the point of this. So let's not pet it. Let's not bandy and make it look like no. And who voted people into office? No matter how much whoever wants to help whoever, if the people do not cast a vote, you don't become it. So if the people have voted you, you owe the people your first loyalty to deliver to them services. And honestly speaking, that's what it should be about. The questions we should be asking is a governor delivering on service to the people of River State? And if he's not, then the people should ask him to leave. But if he